Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Love on here. We've got a bit of a fun but different video, and I think I'm going to make this or turn this into a mini series on lessons in love. Because if you know me, you know I love all things love, whether that is romantic, whether that is friendship, family, platonic, whatever it may be. But there are some things that I've learned, I think, the hard way. And so I want to share some things with you so that you don't have to learn certain things the hard way like I did. So this will be an ongoing series throughout probably this year because there's so many things I want to touch on. But I do want to touch on romantic love a little bit. And what prompted this video is my husband and I just celebrated our 3-year engagement anniversary. Yes, I said engage anniversary. Listen, I take any form of anniversary seriously because it really is that serious. And dates are really, really important to me. So, anyway, as I was going through the pictures, the videos, the wonderful memories from that day, I started to reflect on what are some things, attributes, qualities, characteristics about him that gave me the confidence to say yes. And I want to share 3 of those with you just to prompt an inner thought, an inner monologue, an inner introspection. If you're in a relationship, if you're pursuing something with somebody, some things that you could be looking at or some things you could consider to see if that is the right person for you. We do have a special guest as always. So if you hear some bubbles here and there, just it as well. Okay. So the first thing that I noticed about my husband was he was very straightforward with his intentions with me. So I think it was like the second time we'd ever met up, or like the second date that we had. He was so straight with me and he was so frank with me. And he was like, okay, I like you as more than just a friend. And I would love to pursue this further and get to know you properly. However, my intentions are not just to see where it goes or to see if we're compatible, blah, 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 blah. If we are going to pursue something further, it's for marriage. It's for marriage. And I've been praying about it. I've been thinking about it. No pressure onto you, but I'm confident that you are someone I would love to build life with. But if that's not what you want, no pressure. Like, I don't want to do something that you don't want to do, type of thing, right? And I remember at the time, I thought to myself, wow, like God answers prayers quick, because just a couple of weeks before, I was having a conversation with one of my friends and I'd said to them, one of the things I was really struggling with the people that were pursuing me at the time was that nobody was being clear about what they wanted. Nobody was being frank about what they wanted. And it wasn't clear what the direction was of whatever it is that they were trying to pursue. But here was a man who was as clear as day, letting me know, hey, letting me know where we're going and the direction that he wanted to take me on. And I can truthfully say, I was very, very assured throughout our relationship because I knew from the beginning what it is that he wanted or what his intentions were. It's not to say he couldn't have changed his mind, it's not to say he couldn't have lied, but he had such confidence and such assurance that he let me have as well, that it allowed me to just freely and confidently say yes when he then asked me to marry him a few years down the line. The second thing that I noticed about my husband was that he drew me closer to the things that I wanted to be close to rather than away. So, for example, he helped me draw nearer to God and he helped me grow in my relationship with God rather than pulling me away. He helped me grow closer and draw me nearer with my family and exploring those connections further. And even with my friends now, he's one of the reasons why I'm as close and have those bonds that I have with them, because there's a season of my life that I wasn't sure about certain relationships, and that's a story for another day. But he was like, no, give this a chance, give that a chance. It might not look like what this was like before, but it doesn't mean that it's not for you. And some of my closest friends and relationships that I have today, it's attributed because of his push towards that, if that makes sense. So I really, really loved and admired how he pushed me towards the right things. And he pushed me towards the things that I wanted to grow more in. If I told him I was interested in something, he would always encourage me more in that. I really, really loved that about him. And I always say to like my friends that are still dating or pursuing relationships that if a man is pulling you away from the Lord, from your family, from your friends, from the things that you want to do, from the direction in life that you want to take, run. Run fast and run far, because it's not going to get any better. It's not going to improve with time. You will just keep getting dragged further and further away from your purpose if you stay in connection to somebody who's pulling you away from the things that you want to do. The third thing that I noticed about my husband is that he was kind, and not just to me, he was kind to everybody around us or around me. And that is really, really important, because when you're initially pursuing each other or you're getting to know each other, the butterflies are there. And it's like what my pastor always says, like, there's a representative of yourself rather than who you really, really are. And when conflicts begin to arise and you start to see a different side to your person, you start to see different attributes to them, and certain traumas start to come up. If that person's kindness is only towards that version of you that is like the perfect, prim and proper, then their kindness expires and they're not going to carry that on. And so one of the things I really, really loved about my husband was that he was kind, and not just to me. He was kind to random person on the street. He was kind to his friend that had done him wrong. He was kind to his family, my family, and stuff like that. And that was so, so important to me, and an attribute that I still love till this day. Kindness that goes beyond the moment, that goes beyond the person that you're looking at right now. And as I've grown older and as we've grown deeper in our relationship as well, I've realized I've changed. There's certain things about me that are not the same as 19-year-old Lavon or 20-year-old Lavon or 22-year-old Lavon, but I'm a very different person now. But his kindness and his love has never changed. Baby, mama's trying to talk. Okay. I will share some more things. If you guys enjoy this as a series, please let me know in the comments down below what other lessons in love that you have learned, or anything else that you would love me to share on. I've got loads and loads and loads and loads of things to share about. But as always, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.